It's Wednesday, July 24th. You're listening to Your Florida Daily. I'm Katrina Scales. A jewelry store owner is murdered in Daytona Beach, and now his wife says the shooter was a frequent customer. Ghazi Asta had owned the shop for almost 4 decades when he got into an argument with 83-year-old customer John Krager, who was trying to pawn some jewelry and was declined.
He came back a couple weeks ago to sell some jewelry, and my husband wasn't interested, and he wanted to. I think the jewelry was more or less a ruse to start up that bond of relationship with him again. Oh, I want him to suffer. I want him to pay. We're going through so much pain. I mean, he took out a great man in the community. He took out our father, our husband. I mean, he took away so much.
That's the victim's wife, Leigh Asta. Police say Krager started walking away from the counter, pulled out a revolver, then turned around and shot Asta. Asta's son was also in the store and shot back, hitting Krager. He's in the hospital and is charged with first-degree murder. The Florida State Board of Education is expected to ratify a vote that would allow student athletes to profit off their name, image, and likeness. If that happens, Florida would join at least 30 other states that allow high schoolers to receive compensation. Last month, the Florida High School Athletic Association gave the policy its stamp of approval. Student athletes and their parents would need to negotiate any and all deals on their own, independent of their school. The changes would be in effect for the upcoming school year. 23,002,597. According to the most recent data from the state, that is how many people now call Florida home. This is the first time that our state has ever hit the 23 million mark in its annual estimates. And here's the craziest part of this report. From April of this year to April of 2028, the state is projected to average almost 320,000 new residents a year. That's almost 900 people a day. The increases can be compared to adding a city slightly smaller than Orlando every single year. Find these top stories along with breaking news, weather, and traffic all day on clickorlando.com. And now, a not-so-random Florida fact. This fact is courtesy of the Florida Historical Society. Today, on this date in 1950, a Bumper 8 rocket lifted off from Cape Canaveral, the first launch from what would later become Kennedy Space Center. The goal was to test high-velocity 2-stage separation, as well as to attain high altitudes. The launch site was known simply as the Long Range Proving Ground. But in the decades to come, the area would soon usher in a period known as the Space Age. Your Florida Daily is produced by News 6 WKMG in Orlando. I'm Katrina Scales. Subscribe for new episodes wherever you like to listen.